Hi, my name is Jonas. In the late 90s, some house music started to sound a little bit different. Some tracks, especially from the French house scene, started to get this pumping sound. Nowadays we would associate this with heavy sidechaining, but actually that wasn't what was happening. It turns out that the secret for this new sound was actually a very specific device, a budget audio compressor from Alesis, the 3630. Alesis introduced the 3630 on the market in 1991. It was a budget 2-channel compressor including sidechaining and a noise gate as well. It does household compressor chores reasonably well when you are careful with the settings. It's a bit noisy though, but because it was good enough and cheap, it ended up in a lot of home studios in the 90s. This is where the story could have ended. Just another boring rack device that would become obsolete when plugins took over. But there was Thomas. Thomas was a bit of a daft French house producer who kind of liked the 3630. He recommended it to Alain Quem, better known as Alan Brax, who used it on his track Vertigo. What he did was basically send a master bus through the compressor with very extreme settings, and it created this very pumping, in-your-face, bit of a 90s radio-like sound. Exactly what he wanted. A few months later, he sat together with Thomas and created the track The Music Sounds Better With You, which was released under the name Stardust, which also features the 3630 on the master bus, and it was also used on the vocals. And of course, Thomas used the 3630 in his own productions as well. There's Colossus, the Daft Punk remix of Chord Memory, Revolution 909, and probably many more. So it turns out, to achieve this sound, no actual sidechaining has been used, although it is a possibility on the 3630. Let's listen what it sounds like. First, I'm going to use it on a vanilla TR909 pattern, and we'll first let you hear the uncompressed sound and then engage the 3630. The uncompressed version will sound a little bit strange because the kick is a lot louder than the other drum sounds. This is because you really have to mix into the 3630 and then it squashes everything together to achieve this great pumping sound. Let's listen to this. The pumping effect is even more noticeable if you mix in a sustained sound together with a big 909 kick drum. You could already hear it a little bit in the previous example with the crash cymbal, but now let's play a long PolySix chord and add in a 909 kick, which will make you hear the pumping very well. of course, it's extremely effective if you take a sampled loop, add a little bit of nice MS-20 filters, and then mix everything together with a 909 in the 3630, et voila! And there's an additional interesting effect you can achieve with the 3630 by abusing the gate. If you set it just right wrong, you get this very choppy sound, which can be quite nice in some circumstances. So should you all get a 3630 right now? Well, I can't really recommend it unless you really want to do things the old school way, but then you also need to be able to deal with the noise, with the cables, everything involved to do it that way. But there are of course lots of plugins as well that can achieve the same effect, that pumping sound. You can use a sidechain, you can even automate things. I think the most interesting thing about the 3630 is the story. It's a budget audio device that in the right hands, used in an unexpected way, became the source of a new kind of sound, and this is something that is still in the arsenal of many dance producers nowadays. After playing around with the 3630 in the studio, I got inspired and ended up making a full track. Released on the streaming platforms in a while, but at the time of uploading it will already be available at my Bandcamp, so check out the link in the video description if you want to support the channel. So the final lesson here is that you shouldn't be afraid to toss out the manual sometimes and use your hard or software in unexpected ways, and maybe some happy accidents will happen. And that's it again for today. If you want more, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. And if you want to be notified as soon as a new video goes online, click the bell button. If you want to support the channel, check the links in the video description. See you next time. Bye bye.